it will be edited there. And we're now in a post discussion for anyone who wants to stay. Who's staying? Who's going? What's the story?
I can stay.
I can stick around for a few.
Okay, I can stick around for a few as well. Oh, I have to because I'm recording it. Ah, there we go. there, there we go. Um, 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 um. Anything on anybody's mind that they want to bring to the table?
I already talked to Graham for 5 hours this week, so I don't know if I have anything left.
Yep, well, that's probably why the notes didn't get written, but I'm not. It's not a complaint at all. It was a very enjoyable conversation. So,
I mean, Jackie, I know Jackie doesn't like Google Hangouts. Graham's a little dubious. I still think it's very versatile on my end. I don't know. Graham's still very
I have a
he hasn't cracked
problem.
the Kool-Aid yet.
Um, no, it's the lack of flexibility in Google Hangouts that bothers me. It's the unpredictability of connecting all the different things together. The fact that it seems very much to be out of out of the control of the person who's running it to a certain extent. I don't know. I'm fighting with myself. What is Rudy's getting through to me with it a little bit. There was a little bit of light, and I could see how you can use it to promote
Well,
things.
see, I haven't. I mean, I've only looked at it a few times myself. So, like I told him, for one, I like that it automatically gets recorded and gets uploaded to YouTube without any pushing of any buttons. Once you go live, you're live. You can stream it. You can stream it through a Facebook post, and then it stays recorded. The post stays up, and the YouTube post goes up. So as
You,
far as archiving anything, it works very well.
I would question that. It depends on what kind of quality of archive you want to create. It's just having something randomly going to your YouTube page is no consideration of the quality of what you're putting up. I mean, before I put something on my YouTube page, I try to vet the quality of what I'm putting up. And there doesn't seem to be any way to vet or edit the quality of this before it goes up on YouTube. And it might make it easy. Look, if you want to just put something up on YouTube and it doesn't matter about the quality and it doesn't matter about the title of it and the links and the meta tags and everything else you're going to add to it, then it's great. But for someone like me who, I don't know if this sounds crazy, have certain standards, it seems the whole system doesn't have any standards. And
But
so
just like we went through for a few hours, we found out there's these add-ons. Like I don't know. Like I said, as far as bumper clips, as far as like an introduction and ending, all these different things. There's things that you can add on to it. I just haven't gone through them yet. So
Okay, here's another point that I have about this. When we do this session, right, all you guys have to do is basically turn on your Skype, right?
yeah.
All you guys, and that's all you have to do. And that's what you want, right? That's the situation you want at your end. All you want to do is hit a button, turn on your Skype, and so you don't have to worry about anything at all. And I will try to take care of recording and everything at this end. You want to make it as simple for what do you call them, the end user, as possible. The one click, right? And it seems to me that the Google Hangouts needs a dedicated technical person to be in control of the whole process because it's not quite as simple for the end user as one click. And if I'm having problems with it and I'm semi knowledgeable about these kinds of things, the average person's got no chance. They'll be completely lost.
What I would say about Google Hangouts is that what it's good for is not what it advertises. So let's say I wanted to make a quick video, something's on my mind, I want to make a quick video by myself, post it to YouTube. Google Hangouts is good for that because it'll record it and automatically put it there. But I found that when you start trying to get additional people into the conversation, that's when things tend to fall apart. Like some people can't be heard, some people can't be seen, and that's where I've seen it gets complicated.
That's how I. That's my fear. That's my fear is that if it's complex at the beginning, and then you're going to add more things into it, it's just going to spiral out of control in terms of complexity. Whereas if I compare it to the system that we're using now, nobody has to worry about anything really, except just having an internet connection, Skype, and turning it on, right? Of course, headsets help, but
Well,
yeah.
what I want to use things for is client engagement. Like I said, this Q and answer thing that's been going in circles right now. I mean, I want to be able to get on anything. I don't if it's Skype has it, fine, but so that I can see the questions that are being posted by the people that are watching as I'm there. I can read them and I can answer them as I go.
Can I jump in here? I think that better for you would be taking questions and just doing a Facebook Live to answer the question.
That too.
I think the best thing for you to do would just be um, just get people to write you questions, ask you questions. When you got a moment, when you got a bit of free time, just Facebook Live and say, "I got this question from Peter in San Francisco or whatever, and Peter's asked me this, and I'm going to give you my answer to this, and you're doing it live, and you can do it wherever you are, and you can post it, and it'll go up on the page, and it'll be there, and then it's much more convenient for you." That's how I would do it, and you take a whole bunch of possible problems and you throw them all away and you don't worry about them ever again.
Have you seen a Facebook Live Q&A? That link that I sent you?
A Facebook Live Q&A. What does that mean?
Somebody that's doing a live stream Q&A.
Um,
Have you watched one?
I've seen a lot of different things. I'm not sure if I've exactly seen a Facebook Live Q&A because I'm not exactly sure what format that's somebody does Facebook Live and then other people jump onto the live stream and type the questions in as the person is live on Facebook. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yes, but I was thinking about you having a little bit more control over it so you could turn on your Facebook Live and say, "I'm going live right now and I got this list of questions, but if you want to come on live with me and ask me another question, we'll do that as well." So I would do it as prepare some questions, go on, begin live, answer the questions, and at the end, if there's any other questions that have been added in by people, deal with those questions at the end rather than going on waiting. Has anyone got any questions? Blah 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 blah. You want to have a pre-prepared script and then
Yeah.
be able to go off the script later on.
But the thing with Facebook is you can only have one person on screen. With Skype and with Google Hangouts, you can have more than one person. So just like with us, we could answer.
Don't even go down that road. It's too complex at the moment with the technology. It's a great idea.
I have to. That's what I need.
You don't need to see the other person. They just need to write their question. They need to see
No, I
you.
need other. I need other guest experts on.
You're making it complicated for yourself.
No, I'm not. That's what I need to do. Like this Q&A that I'm doing for the BU group. It has to be me and the other expert. We have both have to be on at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying you're making it difficult.
I don't think it's difficult if Google works. If it doesn't, then I get it. But I haven't been able to try it yet.
The most important word in a sentence is if.
Yeah.
It's an uncertain platform still at this moment in time. And if it was very successful, I think a lot more people would be doing it, and they're not because of the technical complications of it. Does anybody else have any ideas they want to chime in so it's not just us pitching balls at each other?
Well, I don't really. Well, first off, I'm not sure what time this thing is. I didn't see a time on the BU group. But number two, I don't know. I mean, I think you guys, I think from outside, you guys are going back and forth, arguing, debating and stuff. I mean, I don't know why it's so hard. I mean, definitely you can't do
Well, see, that's
FaceTime
just
because I
it.
know
I
that.
mean, I talked to Graham for a couple of. I am going to do it. Graham, for some reason, is discouraging me from trying to go ahead, and I do not know why.
No,
I have
I'm
no
not
idea why.
discouraging you. I'm not discouraging you. Um,
You just keep, you just keep, saying it's not perfect. It's not one push button thing. And I'm like, okay, so I still
no,
want to try it.
I want you to succeed. That's why I spent several hours with
Yeah.
you on that platform. I'm, I'm right behind you, but I don't. At the same time, I don't want you to fall into a big black hole and not be able to climb out of it because you've overstretched yourself without doing something simple first. Yes, Johnny.
But one thing I think is important that it should be something like if I'm scrolling down the BU group that I can come across you guys live. So like somehow because like if it's on Skype here, like I would have to know when to go, and then you have to invite me, call me in, yeah, or I have to call you in, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
how to get on that, but it have to be something. I don't know how you would do it, but something
We
where
did
it's like a
that. We did
post.
that. We did that on the 3AR Facebook page uh, on Tuesday. So it was streaming on a post live
Oh,
as
okay.
we were
Oh,
talking,
okay. Oh,
and
sorry, I
you can
missed it.
only do that with Google Hangouts if you're going to be doing more than one person.
It it
There
did
was the
work.
first link didn't work though. The first link I saw didn't work. It was like the second link I saw that worked for me.
Yeah, Graham's
Sorry, I
on the
didn't mean to
right
cut
link.
you off.
So now
Okay.
we know which link to use.
It's,
Okay.
All the links that we need to figure out, we found. That was the whole process. That's why I wanted to get. That's why I only asked him because I didn't want to just have everybody just sitting around waiting for me to figure it out. I'd rather Graham just sit there waiting for me to figure it out.
and I like all that technical stuff anyway, so that's kind of okay because I get to
Yeah.
learn something new, and there's more that I don't know than what I do know. So there is a certain benefit to just hacking through the technology and seeing what is useful and what is not. Look, there's no go live. This is for people who can see that or understand. There's no, you can't see that, can you? There's no go
No, I can't
live.
see it.
There's no go live on my Facebook. There's no go live. I can't do one.
I'm not even sure if I have it.
I want I worked out that I can do some stuff for my students on Facebook if I can do a go live, right? And there's no option in my phone where the button should be for go live. There's nothing
Where's it supposed
there.
to be?
Um,
I'll look it up.
it's supposed to. I've been going through this week. It's supposed to be under status in my. You click status to
On
post
my
on
Facebook.
Facebook. And Rudy, we went through this the other day, right? Where
Yeah.
you
Yeah. I mean,
you
I created like I
there's a
put a
button
post.
on everyone else's phone on the planet except my phone to go live, and it just doesn't have the button.
And your Facebook's updated to the current
Yes,
version.
yes. I updated the Facebook. I updated my mobile phone. I updated the Android system within my mobile phone. I've updated all the stuff. And everybody else, I had a business meeting the other day, and everybody else's phone in the business meeting has a go live button. And my phone just is where the go live button is. It's not even in my phone.
Oh, so there's people in Slovakia that have it.
Yes. I was in a meeting with them, and
Oh,
they all had it except me. And who's the only
they weren't
person who?
all
And
they weren't
who's
all
the?
iPhones. There were other types
There were
of phones,
Android phones.
and they had it. Well,
Yes.
then it's something just about you.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Huh.
You sound like my mother.
Is that a
it's
separate app or
you.
is it on Facebook?
It's a
It's
Facebook app.
everybody else in the
If
country.
you hit if you press the word status on the Facebook app, it should come up with a go live button. Sorry. Anyway, Sorry, Rudy.
It's an icon with concentric circles going out from a silhouette.
You press the word status to do your post, and it should give you 5 options at the bottom of your screen. Should give you photo, video, check-in, feeling activity, tag friends, and go live. And mine just doesn't have the go live button, which is just.
Everybody in Slovakia does not want you.
Oh,
going
start
off
live
the
video.
You
Okay.
can't tell me that you've got it as well.
Jackie, have you used that at all for anything in regards to your business?
No, I'm looking. I just reinstalled Facebook on my phone because I took it off, and I'm trying to see if I have that option myself.
Because I can take, as I just suggested to Rudy, I can take questions from my student, talk about different areas of grammar, language, offer advice, and I can do this thing and go live. All I need is that button on my phone, and it doesn't exist.
Oh man, that's messed up.
So,
so that doesn't come up?
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. It's not fair. Oh, you know, I believe that the universe has reasons for these things. So, because if it doesn't, then God hates me. So, so I believe there's a reason for this. It's obviously not. I'm obviously not meant to be doing it this week. I'm obviously meant to be doing something else. But it's just frustrating.
Is it the operating system of your phone? Do you have how old's your phone?
2 years.
Yeah, I mean mine's older than that, and I still get it. So.
Right. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Pretend everything's fine.
You can't call somebody. You can't call your provider. Anybody, just to see what.
Oh, my
what's your providing?
Who is your provider?
O2. Do they exist over
really?
there? Or I don't know if do they exist over there?
They used to have Arsenal jerseys. I don't know.
Okay. I'm not sure that I even want to go down. I could go and ask them actually. They overcharged me in my last bill, so that would give me a reason to go.
Simply ask.
Just simply ask. That's it, isn't it? It's if you don't ask, you don't know. Yep, you're quite right. You're quite right. Just don't overcomplicate it. Just ask. You're right. You're right. Don't.
I'm going to ask a blind question of all of you. Okay, somebody asks you a question that they want answered on a Facebook post. You can either write it out in text form, like everybody does. You can do a recorded video. You can, well, at least with chat, you can do an audio, or you can do Facebook Live and answer it live. Now, those are 4 different formats to answer that question. Does it matter which platform that's being used as long as you're answering that question? Do you feel one is more invasive or different in any way? I mean, aside from the actual media delivery, do you feel like whether you answer it text, video, recorded video, audio, it's all the same in my book as far as you're simply answering a post. I mean, do you agree with that or no? I'm not sure if you know exactly what I'm asking.
Well, Graham wants to talk, but you'll only 30 seconds. Answer his question. Because that way we can all talk, or else we'll be here for another
3 weeks or 5 hours perhaps.
Yeah.
The visual element of the go live video, I think, is a great advantage, especially for a fitness trainer. And as you've got great presence, I think on camera, I think that it would be very beneficial for you to do that. Also, the video then gets, I think, saved or embedded on the YouTube page so that people can pick it up later as well. So I think that has a great advantage because it's got that visual element. And also live videos have, according to Facebook, 3 times as many viewers as recorded videos. I'm not quite sure how they put those statistics together, or there's much more possibility of people watching it. So that's my 30 seconds. You can also write answers as well. Nothing wrong with writing
Okay,
answers.
I'll try and clarify what I'm asking. Okay, and I think this will give it away, but
Can Johnny, can other people
well, let me
chime
let
in
me
with?
let me let me elaborate, and maybe it'll answer
And
Johnny's
I'll go.
question. I If I answer somebody's question within a closed Facebook group using text, like I have done in the past, that's been acceptable. Like if somebody asks me, "Oh, how do I fix my knee?" Okay, well, you have to do A, B, and C. I can write it down. I want to start doing that live streaming, and I'm being told by somebody, "Well, you have to get permission to do the live stream." I'm like, "Why? I didn't have to get permission to do the written text. Why do I have to wait to get permission to do the live stream?" I'm still within the Facebook post. It's just a different type of media that I'm doing within the Facebook post. Yeah, but you don't have permission to do that. But I wasn't given permission to write it down either. I don't see what's the difference whether I do it written down, recorded video, live video, an audio. And this person has been, I understand where they're coming from. They're very cautious, but that's the conversation I had this morning. I'm like, don't you see all those things should be? It doesn't matter what platform you're using. If you're answering a post, whether it's visual or not, why should I have to ask permission to do one platform versus another? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. Is there a reason I should be asking permission?
Well, I'll just say, I mean, I don't know where you're going with it, but I mean, if I ask you a question and then you go on video, then you're like, okay, Johnny said he has a weird fungus, in his foot and he needs help, that'd be kind of like, whoa, I don't want everyone to know that, you know what I mean? But I
No,
mean, if
but
it's like, okay,
you're posting
but,
that on a post that anyone else can read. So this is
oh, well,
public. This is all public.
oh, okay, well then, yeah, then whatever. I think either that live, I think something on video would be best, and it's fine. Either way, it's
I'm
fine.
not asking. Okay, I get it. I get what you're saying.
You're saying, how do
I'm
you
not.
want to respond? Is video, text, whatever? I
Yeah,
see.
I'm just saying. I'm not asking what is best. I'm asking what the difference does it make? Because
Okay,
somebody's
it makes
saying
no
you're
difference.
like basically they're saying you're allowed to
No
write it
difference.
down, but you're not. You don't have
Okay,
permission to
no,
do a live video stream. I'm like,
that's
what are you
wrong.
talking about?
It's all the same. Jackie, go.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's it's all the same, and I would say, it just from a general rule, give it to them any medium that they can access, but that offers you the widest exposure for you answering this question. So if you're doing the video, you're answering their question, they can get to it, and also other people can see it as well. Because basically you're doing free consulting, so they don't have any control over how how that question is answered.
Okay,
Right.
I just wanted to ask that so that I know I was being driven a little crazy by that. It's being recorded. I really don't care. I'm going to tell you, like, I've tried to keep you out of this, Jackie, because Ramel's your team leader, but she's very like, you have to ask permission to do everything to be you. And I'm like, but we have an okay on Fitness Thursdays to answer questions. Well, you don't have permission to answer them live stream. I'm like, but we're still answering the exact same questions. We've been answering them via text because that was the platform. Well, now we can answer them live stream. Yes, but you don't have permission to do that. I'm like, why do we have to ask permission? We're doing the exact same thing, just in a different media format. So we went back and forth this morning, And I'm like, I'm trying to find why you feel this has to be a limited thing that we have to, you know, to ask permission. Like, but if we end up asking permission for every little thing, nothing's going to get done. So it was
But
making me a little crazy.
Can you call her instead of sending messages back and forth?
Yeah, I would love
yeah,
to.
yeah, I
I
would
think it'll
say
be
that.
easier.
Yeah, because I don't see there's something I'm not understanding because I don't see what in that belongs to BU.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't see I'm not understanding what content in there belongs to BU. So yes, I agree. Maybe a phone call
I'll talk
would
to her
wrap
because
it up.
it just seems like I just told her, and we've said this, and I said I think we're both wanting to get this thing up and going, but we're approaching it from two different sides of the spectrum. I just want to get it up and done. I feel we have the permission from BU to do it. We've had it for months. The Fitness Thursday thing has been accepted, and three of us have been accepted as the experts that we can go ahead and start answering questions. Uh, she just wants a much more written out plan. She wants to run everything through BU before we do anything different than what we've done before. And it's like, but we've gotten the permission. It's like I just want to start doing live streams on Thursday. I was supposed to start last week, and she said, no, you can't because you didn't talk to us first. You can't just go ahead and do it yourself. And I respect that because we did talk about it. So I waited. So now it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to do a live stream myself to whatever questions people may have. And she's like, well, you don't have permission yet. I'm like, I don't think we need permission, you know? So I guess the best thing, I'm like, I will wait. I will wait until we get permission. But I'm just trying to figure out the best way to communicate with her because it's just a different way of doing things. She's successful in many different things, and I'm kind of trying to learn, and that's what the whole patience thing came from, as far as my aha moment. Because it's getting done, but I just feel like it's something that doesn't have to be debated. You know, as far as format of answering a question. You know, if it's recorded video or live video, or you write out the answer, what's the difference, and why do you have to ask permission to do one versus another? So that's my that's my little thing there. So Jackie.
My thing is if you're all doing it under the umbrella of BU and it's supposed to be the three of you, then the three of you have to come to an agreement. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing it on your own platform, then that's something different. But if it's the three of you are heading this group, then the three of you have to agree on, what the process is, whether it's ask BU for everything or just, move full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Man,
Uh,
Jackie, I don't know what your background is, but you've got a real level head, and you see a lot of angles. So I got to give you a lot of props for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the truth, man. Son of a gun. If it was just us three, we'd be going off of these different angles. But you're like, you're really level-headed. Oh,
I'm just trying to
what?
grasp why would one format be different than another.
It's
That's the
not.
thing I don't understand. I was trying to explain to her we're still answering the same question. It's just in a different media platform.
So why do you have to share this, or is that going to take us into a whole nother conversation? Why can't you do it
Share
on your
what?
own? Why do you have to share the platform, or share the
Because
time?
about 4 or 5 months ago, we put together a fitness professional group, and Balaji asked us if we would do question and answers on Thursdays, Fitness Thursdays. So we
Okay.
have on and off in the past done it via just posting back, but I want to go. I want to go live stream now. I want to start trying it out. So I was going to do a Facebook live stream, and Ramel said, "No, you can't do anything by yourself. You didn't run it past the group."
She's right. So if you want to do it by yourself, do it under Rudy's Health and Fitness.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Not in the Facebook
She's
group.
right. Jackie's so good. She's direct. She's right.
But
No,
I
in
can't.
your
But you're saying
Go
I can't
Jackie.
do that
Go
within the
Jackie.
Facebook group.
I don't think within the BU, because if you're doing it under BU, then everybody has to come into agreement. But you have your own Facebook presence, do you not?
Okay, aside from that, which is relevant, I get that. Aside from that, there's three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Colin in Ireland, the kickboxer, he's the other guy.
Yes.
Through this entire thing, he's been saying, "Let's just do it." So if it's a as far as votes, he just wants to go ahead and do it all, and Ramel doesn't want to do it that way. So we respect her. We're giving her space to, put her 2 cents in, and we're waiting, and we sent a proposal to BU, like she wanted us to do a written proposal, exactly why we wanted to do it in that platform. We haven't heard back yet. So I'm like, okay, I just want to do a live stream to answer my question, and it's still from her. It's a no. With Colin, he's like, do whatever you want. So if we were to go ahead and be confrontational about it, it's 2 versus 1, which it's like we have to come to a 3-person consensus. Is that what you're saying, Jackie?
I think so, because then if not, it kind of destroys, it kind of messes up the unity in the group. You know what I mean? I think there has to be some sort of meeting of the minds in order to go forward under that particular umbrella. I don't know what the other guys think, but that's kind of my thought.
Okay, so I could have answered questions last Thursday, and I was told not to. I can't answer questions today because I was told I can't. So it's simply answering some questions. Why is it such a big deal?
It doesn't matter why it's a big deal. What matters is that there's not consensus. You know what I mean? Because what does she need in order to say yes? Does she need for BU to agree to it, or does she need to? Is this something that she personally doesn't agree with, or is this something that she thinks BU needs to approve before you guys can move forward?
She wants BU to approve it.
So I think the answer is how can we get BU to answer you guys' email or whatever and go ahead and approve it or not approve it? Like, how can we get BU to make the decision?
That's your
Okay,
focus.
I get what you're saying. So I should continue to be patient.
No, well, you need priority number 1 is to call BU and bug them every minute until they give you an answer.
Yeah.
And in the meantime,
Chuck the guy that does it. In the meantime, no live stream.
Okay.
Nuclear keys scenario, isn't it? Everyone has to agree. It's a nuclear keys scenario. You're stuck. You're stuck on the submarine.
Just to answer some simple fitness questions.
Hey, and before Jackie goes, I want to pose a question to the group. So whenever we're done with this,
we can take your question now, because otherwise we won't get to it at all. So do it now. Do it now.
Okay, very good. So my question is with this vision thing I'm working on, and I think I've gone through the final steps. I think the vision is important to me because what I'm doing is something different. I have a whole different kind of thing I'm doing. So my problem is that I see it really clearly in my head. I can see the people, I can see conversations, everything. But then when it comes to writing it down, it's just not coming out. And I feel like I need to write it down so that I can be more strategic and have an actual plan, as opposed to being in my head. So I don't know if you guys have anything you can share with that, or if I need to look at it a different way, or what.
Why not? Silence. Would you feel comfortable talking it into your phone?
Well, I've done videos that have helped really. That's where I've got to this point. If that answers your question. So I've done videos and like dictated them and went back, and so it's all kind of there in chunks, but it, I think maybe I need an infographic. Maybe that's what I need.
Because
Really.
my thought would be did you get the videos transcribed by someone?
No, I did it myself.
Oh, so you actually typed out what was in the videos yourself?
Well, I'd listen to them and then I'd write down notes. You know.
Be- because my thought is maybe just do free association and
Hmm.
just talk it through whether it makes sense or not, and then send that to somebody like rev.com,
Uh-huh.
that they charge $1 a minute, and have them just type out whatever it is that you said. So that way that takes you out of the process of transcribing it initially on paper,
Mm.
and maybe that will make it easier. I don't know. But rev.com was mentioned by somebody on the BU mastermind. They use that a
Yeah, I
lot.
remember that. Okay, thank you.
Are the BU masterminds up to date? Okay, that's
Yeah, my bad. I thought the 24th was there, but I looked at my notes. It was the 15th was the last one that I saw.
but
I checked it just now, and they're all up.
they're all up.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, cool. So BU's just waiting for they're waiting for a whole update of their platform then to transfer it to a new server, and then they're gonna shock the world with something that's gonna blow everyone away. Right. Okay. Any more? Sorry. Any more feedback for Johnny on his how to get his vision in his head? How is getting the vision that's in your head down on paper gonna help you? Help me
Because
understand.
I think then I can do commitments. I can say, okay, to get to here, I need to do this today. That's what I'm thinking.
So you can't you can see it clearly, but you don't know the steps that you need to take. Is that right?
Right. Yeah. And what I tend to do too with ADHD or whatever, I tend to bounce around if I'm not like, and this group has helped me a lot. Um, it helped me amazingly because I didn't really see that, kind of when I was stopping and starting doing things, So um, it would be really clear to be like, okay, I want to have the end game in mind, and I want to have the road to get me there. And there might be some curves here and there, but that's why I feel like I need to have it like some kind of document or something, or just something tangible I can, on the wall or something I can write, I can graph, I can.
Why don't you ask someone else to do that for you?
Like rev.com.
Um, no, I don't know.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, you know what? I went on Fiverr, and I put a vision keyword, but all I got was like vision boards. So what would I, um, who could I look for?
Um, I don't know. Because me and my situation, I use and abuse my clients, right? I look at which clients have I got, and what skills and
Mm-hmm.
resources do they have, and are there any skills and resources that they have that could feed into helping my business? Now I'm happy to help them with almost anything they want to do that I can help them with. So I kind of figure that hopefully they'll be able to help me with something as well. So I kind of take a look at my clients and bring them in as resources to my business sometime. So I find that um, what I information, I think I said to you before, information I pick up in one area, I transfer into another area, and then vice versa. And this is giant information exchange in what I'm doing. So is there a client that you have that might be able to help you with that? I don't know. Maybe not in your sphere. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, I don't think so.
What about someone in your history that you've worked with that's been through something similar?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know. The only problem is people I know that do that, they charge a lot of money.
Why?
And it's just I don't know, because
Jackie,
everyone's
Jackie, how
afraid.
much do you charge?
To do what? I don't do this stuff.
Because honestly, the way Johnny goes on, like Johnny, you need to like send her a gourmet takeout meal, have it sent to her place, and say, "Can I sit down with you for a couple of hours? Because I want you." Because like when Jackie says something, like it hits exactly where you feel like you need to understand something. Jackie's right there. It's like I think talking to Jackie just she simplifies things very well, especially for you. Which I think
Yeah,
you
but
got a
she's gonna be
resource
like,
right there.
"Yo, you better give me, couple gourmet meals, and it includes wine."
I
That's what I'm
wouldn't.
saying.
I mean, it's not
I'm
something that I
telling you.
do, but if you think it will help, I'm glad to take a look at the notes. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's I wouldn't charge because that's not anything I do.
Okay.
I was saying,
Okay. Cool. All right.
just gift her some things and make her
Good
feel
idea,
comfortable. And
Rudy. Good idea.
yeah, just say, I'm going to send some food over. I want to get on a Skype call with you for the next hour. You just listen to me and you tell me exactly what you think I should do. I mean, I think that would be a great thing. That's a great resource. She is a great resource.
That's a good idea, Rudy.
I mean, she
I,
pretty much shut
Okay.
me down right there. It's like, it has to be a consensus. All three of you said you'd do it.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm like, damn.
Because the thing is, here's the thing, Rudy. I struggle with that too. Like when stuff doesn't make sense, it drives me crazy. But I get to the point where it doesn't have to make sense. You know what I mean?
I know. That's
When
why I
it's
was so
yeah,
quiet for a while. I'm like, what? No, that's well, yeah. Damn it. She's right.
yeah, it drives me crazy too when stuff doesn't make sense. So I knew exactly where you were coming
Jack.
from.
Jack. I would do that. I would do that, Johnny. Say, give me your address and I'll send you some food. Let me talk to you for an
Okay.
hour.
All
You
right.
know,
Sound fair,
because
Jackie?
you respect her, you trust her. It's like you would trust her more than some consultant that you don't know.
Right.
I would
Right.
think.
Right.
And I know we have the life coach over here, but I think Jackie resonates with you in certain ways that your cronies over here kind of are a little different. So, you know.
yeah, you need more feet on the ground rather than head in the clouds,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
So,
I would do
Okay.
that.
Cool. Thank you.
doesn't that
Thank you,
doesn't
I
that
guys.
mean, honestly, I get that from Graham. Like Graham kind of just he centers me with certain things. It's like so yeah. I think we all play off that to each other. You know. So I think yeah. I think beyond our meetings, if we do have time to reach out to each other and talk about other things, I think we should go ahead and lean on each other because we've built up this trust and understanding.
and for some reason this group is special. I don't exactly know why, but
Well,
that
we've been doing it for what, almost 4 months, 3 months?
uh, where are we at 10, 11? I'm lost now.
Yeah.
But
So
no. So it's quite a lot of work and time and effort and energy that we've all put into it. And
and
what
as of right now, I've spoken to Graham for over 6 hours this week online. So there's got to be something to it.
it's got to be something somewhere. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that what Rudy suggested feeds back into what I said earlier, which is when it happens, we sometimes don't notice. And like sometimes we will have the connections here, but we won't even think of using them because our brains are on a different track, basically, and we do need somebody else um, to 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 help guide us along those tracks. We can't do it ourselves, and life is a team sport. We can't solve all these problems on our own. We definitely need to reach out to other people and ask them for help. And I think that within the group, I'm always happy to listen to anyone's advice that they have when uh, when I'm trying to solve a problem, and I'm happy to um, spiel whatever's in my mind when somebody says, "What do you think?" So, um, although I don't have uh, I'm kind of more of a reactionary to things. I definitely wouldn't have said what Jackie had said, but she's absolutely right with what she said. So, because when something's right, you just can't argue with it because it's right and that's it. You know.
Damn it, Jackie. Damn.
Yeah, because I'm
I'm like, all right, fine.
yeah, I'm like a
over here in the
don't
corner.
don't wait for orders from headquarters. Go to the sound of the guns kind of thing. I'm just like
Yeah,
just ride.
yeah.
And
Well, honestly, I mean, like I said, I haven't said anything I wouldn't say to Ramel's face in this conversation because we did have. We're honest. Like she's the first person I ever talked to in BU as far as in chat. I've known her since I joined, so uh, I know we just we're coming from different sides of the spectrum where she's busy with her football team and stuff. I mean, I am not tooting my own horn, but I'm the one that created our first chat group. Uh, and then Balaji suggested we do the fitness Thursdays, and I really pushed to go ahead and start doing that. And it's just kind of died off for a while, and I'm the one that resurrected it. And Ramel's like, "Well, if we're going to do it, let's do it right." So I am the point person, I think, a lot of times. Even like with this group, Graham jumped on very quickly and helped out. Uh, I'm a good point person, but yeah, I need kind of that steady other person in the back say, well, let's make sure we're covering all the stuff we need to. So, because what she literally said, she's like, so Arrington doesn't shut us down again or shut you down again. Don't let's not waste any time. Let's make sure we go through all their stuff, which was correct. You know, and she wants to wait on the live stream, and Jackie says, well, yeah, you have to because the three of you decided to do it together, so that's how it is. Like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's like coming from different sides. I think that's maybe why I talk to Graham more about stuff. He's like, yeah, just do it. Or Colin, those Europeans or something, they just go for it. I don't know. Uh, so it's good to have, both sides. I think we have a lot of good resources amongst all of us.
Yeah, I mean, you can just do it, but it's going to fracture the relationship if you do. That's my thing.
there's also an order of things as well. So, it's the know your place rule, right? Where if you are further down the order and you join the group after these people and they're further up the order and they're communicating with other people, there's a certain level of respect for your position that you have to have where you can't go against what they're saying without fracturing the relationship. So you've got to you do have to tread carefully when the relationship is that important and there is an order to things. Like when you explain, well, she was in the group before me and I came later and she's communicating with other people and I don't have the information that she has. Um, the same way that ET went to the people higher up and sat and listened to them and followed the instructions that they laid out. Maybe it's necessary to do the same thing here. I don't know. I don't know what's best. It's just a thought
I
that's in
think
my
it's.
head.
I think, like I said, I had my doubts for a while, but yeah, I'm starting to see all these resources coming together. Uh, just amongst everybody that has that has participated consistently within the Facebook group. I think we see that, so it's good. Like even the fitness leaders meeting, Jackie. I don't know if it was in that or another one, but uh, oh no, it was in our fitness professional one that Balaji doesn't want to have. I Not that he doesn't want to. He's been really moderating a lot of things, and I really give him credit for that because he's just a volunteer student, just like anybody else. But I think he kind of wants to get a little more hands off just because he's busier, I think, with his own career. And he sees that there's other people in the BU group that can go ahead and start doing things on their own. Uh, but he suggested Amanda Nelson as a paid moderator, which I think is a great idea for a lot of reasons. First of all, she needs a good paying job, apparently, and she does need a lot of accountability with the things that she's going through in her life. And she's very enthusiastic, super enthusiastic. She's very
Super
high
enthusiastic.
social
Yeah.
high social engagement.
Yeah.
I think she'd be perfect for that position. So Balaji just sent another message to Carl about that too, just to remind him to think about it. So I would definitely lobby for Amanda Nelson to be the moderator of the paid moderator of the group.
Yeah, there needs to be somebody in that position at this point in time. Perhaps there wasn't a need for that before, but there definitely is a need for it now. And there's also the other problem of if the group in Facebook does grow and grow and grow, then things are going to get complicated. People are going to be lost in the mix. There's only so big that a Facebook group can get before you just have chaos with everybody posting on it and the posts running off the page basically so fast and so quickly that no one can keep up with anything that's going on.
And the other thing from their perspective, I think for a BU is that I'm sure they have a lot of people that are at the introductory level, and if they see that things are not organized, it's going to stand in their way of upgrading their membership. You see what I'm saying? Because they're like, okay, so I get a lot of value for the introductory, but if I'm thinking about upgrading my membership, I really want to see some systems and structure in place, for that extra level of financial commitment. That was.
That's why I think the social engagement is important because if there's what 750 or so members now in the Facebook group, because there's people who don't join the Facebook group that still are members of Breathe University. Not everybody automatically joins the Facebook group, so I'm sure there's even more people that have just joined the Breathe University membership. Because some people just don't go on Facebook. I have clients who still don't go on Facebook. So disseminating into smaller groups like we have, I think makes sense. And they even talked about that in the Pride Leader meeting. Should we talk about things other than fitness with our groups? And everybody pretty much said no. There's other groups for that. Because that's what I said. I said I have a entrepreneur group and I have a spiritual chat group and one other fitness group. I said I think everybody should be able to go ahead and start their own little thing, and then we just kind of check in with each other as we go because they'll tend to mix after a while. I think everybody agreed with that, so I hope that moves forward where people start to continue to establish their own little groups. And then I went ahead and just volunteered Graham. I'm like, well, Graham will help put together a group for you. He knows all about Skype. So I don't know if they're going to take anybody up on that. So we'll see.
They're probably all Google Hangouts. They probably don't want to cross over to
Yeah,
this platform,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it is. Um, I'd be quite happy to help people out as much as is practically possible. I don't have a problem with that at all. As long as things remain sort of practical, the number of people that I think so far have either contacted me or contacted Rudy and say, "Oh, we're really interested in doing something," end. We're really interested in joining the group, end. And okay. For people that are looking for motivation, you're not very. I don't know. I don't. What is
Follow
the
through.
word? Yes. You don't follow through on a very very
Well,
simple
that was just it.
activity.
I did one post. I did one post. I said, anybody interested? All of you came on that post. I answered all of you. I think I tried to get on chat with everybody I could. And like I said, Graham was the first one, like, let's do it. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's do this. And then, Johnny and Jackie were quick to follow after that. And it was odd because then it just dropped off to nothing. So I don't know, like, it's one of those things as far as fate or whatever. We were destined to help, the Four Musketeers here. I guess this group is only supposed to be for us because
Are there no
it's
other
still been. Oh,
entrepreneurs in the group? What is going on with
yeah.
the old successful businessmen, or are they all students, or are they all athletes, or what?
Well, when I get frustrated, sometimes I think about this. I'm like, there's 750 members. Are all 750 members going to be famous millionaires in a year? I think there's people that are coming on for other issues, hopefully, marital issues, things like that. So I hope everybody gets what they need out of it. But yeah, I mean, I would like to know if you're a successful businessman, how you did it. and it just doesn't seem like a lot of people are willing to engage that way for whatever reason.
They might be getting business coaching through BU though. That might be what's going on. Because
Yeah,
I know there's a component of that. So that's what I think is going on for some of them.
yeah.
Are they going into the higher bracket then and just staying there and we're sort of
Um,
little fish?
yeah, you can do that, and then you can also get one-on-one with the COO CJ.
Hmm.
You can do one-on-one coaching with him as well, and I think some of them are doing that, and that actually seems kind of interesting to me for some time in the future. But I think some of them are doing that. So
Yeah, it's well, Rudy was there already and took a step back, so obviously not everything is
Yeah.
as it should be.
Well, I don't have the personality. I was doing the $200 a month thing. I went full. I went all in. Uh, but when there's more than two or three or four people on a call, I I disengage. It's too many voices, and I just feel like it gets chaotic. Where other people really feel that energy and creativity, and I think it just depends on the person. I wasn't getting a lot out of it. Like I really just want to hear what Eric Thomas has to say. CJ really brings some stuff now and again that are really significant. But other than that, it was like, oh well, I'm glad these other people are doing good, but I don't feel like I really need to be sitting here at 6 in the morning on a Sunday listening to the mastermind call live. Uh, just for me, it's just my personality. For a lot of people, I'm sure it's perfect for what they need.
I mean, I would love to coach with CJ. I just have specific questions about setting up retainer agreements, right? And maybe is there a way to get somebody to help book more training gigs? Like those two main things, I would, but I mean, I'm afraid of what his fee is. I'm thinking, like $1,000 an hour or something. But I would love to be able to sit and just get those two questions answered so that I'm not trying to figure it out myself and taking all this time making mistakes and things like that. That's something I would love to do. But yeah, I don't know about the group thing because, like I said, I just have those two questions. That's really the biggest questions that I have. So
Doesn't he
anyway,
live in Atlanta?
yeah, see somewhere around here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he could do the. Can I take you to lunch? And just, if he says yes,
That's not
he says
going to
yes.
work. He has made that clear.
Say no, say no.
He has made that clear on the podcast. That is not going to work. But yeah, but I'll approach him sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Anyway.
I'll catch up with them all when they come to Central Eastern Europe, I suppose. uh, at some point in time. To
Johnny, do you have any interest in going to the San Francisco session? I just found they were having one.
Yeah, a win. I didn't see that.
Next month, I think. Oh no, not
Oh, I'm
next.
going.
Well, June. It's at the end of the month, isn't it? 24th or something like that.
Oh, I'll actually be in the area. Yeah.
I didn't even. Yeah,
19.
I didn't. Even, it's coming up. I just saw
Mhm.
the notice a few days ago.
Oh, yeah, I'm going for sure. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, check it out.
what are
You
you?
going?
Who?
No, I
Who?
went to the
Who would?
LA
Really?
one. I'm fine.
Really?
Yeah, I was happy with it. I I really I love BU. I love everybody I met. I'm just trying to find my place in it right now. So I think that would be a little too much overload for me right now. I'm a very classic introvert. So I just
You keep saying that. You keep reinforcing your identity.
well
But
yeah.
but yeah, you keep starting all these groups. I don't know what kind of introvert you are because you keep starting all these fitness groups
Well,
and entrepreneur groups and
that's the
all this
reason.
stuff.
Like
Pre
I don't like being in a big group of people. I would rather be in much smaller groups of people with directed, focused conversation. You know, that's true introversion right there.
So it's the fact he keeps starting smaller groups that that makes the difference.
Smaller and smaller and smaller, going to just be me after a while.
Oh, June 19th. I'm going for sure. I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order that today
Yeah.
for 120.
That's the
Yeah.
price. That's interesting. Okay.
That's general.
Okay. Oh, I
I
think you should
mean,
upgrade to the VIP.
yeah. Well, I'll go to the general. If I like it enough, then when it comes to LA or San Diego, I'll upgrade.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
what happened
guys.
in
Well,
yeah. Go
so
ahead,
no, go
Jack.
ahead, go ahead. No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, when I went to the LA session, it was like, well, then there's going to be 2 hours of, you know, inner circle talk for another, I don't know, 170. I'm like, ah, you know, at the time I was really tight. You know, I was like, he's never come to LA. I just started listening to him. Like, I feel like it's like for a reason. So I'm like, I paid the 120, and that's really, I didn't even have the 120 at the time because I had so many bills going on. And literally within a week after that, I was like an extra $1,000 came in. I didn't even know was coming in. So I mean,
Wow.
I get that whole thing of like you have to invest and just kind of go with it, you know, to a point. So I'm like, I should have gone to the second session, the inner circle session, you know, but I didn't. So, but I got a lot out of it. Like it was everything you would, you know, hope it would be. Like it was like the energy in the room was great. People were great, you know. So I'll sleep on it. We'll see. We'll see, son. We'll see, son. Come on, Dad. Come on.
Okay, I think that I'm gonna run. I think I'm gonna run this down at my end as well. And the last post is now playing on the clock tower from the clock tower in the center of town here. The last post is playing. They play it every night at this time. I'm not usually in my office at this time because it's late here. And I think the
Oh
last
wow.
post. So I think it's a sign. It's a sign that it's time to um, call it a day today. And lots of
I think
insects are
that
flying into my office as well now. Cause
I think that was 2 hours of success. I think we did very well today. So I'm glad, Jackie, you're able to stay on the whole call because I know things pull you off, but you definitely schooled me a little there. So thank you for that.
Okay, guys.
okay,
Have a
thank you.
good afternoon, everyone.
All
Thank
Thank
right.
you to
All
you.
Thanks so
right.
everyone
much.
too. You
See
all
ya.
take
Yeah.
care.